जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नयन नाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति दयिता माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिल गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिल सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. I came back today from Vienna. There was very nice 3.5 day program with Srila Bhakti Vibhut Bodhan Gosai Maharaj. He is present Acharya of Gopinath Gauriya Math. He is the successor of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj. Very nice Maharaj, very beautiful Harikatha, and mood was very nice. Many devotees came from Ukraine also and other places. Very nice mood, very sweet mood, and very good Harikatha. Maharaj spoke very clearly, and also I was live. Those who were seeing, they know. Sometimes joking with me also during Harikatha, that is his style, to make it more lively. He will speak some point which he wants to make by giving some example. So that is his style, and I was very happy. Today I came, and we have to hear SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Once in 2002, when our Gurudev came to Slovenia, then I told him, Gurudev, here in Slovenia there are not so many devotees, so you will be able to take some rest here. Then Gurudev smiled. I told him in private. Then in Harikatha Gurudev told, Shrinvatam Shraddhaya Nityam Grinatascha Cheshtitam Nati Dirgena Kalena Bhagavan Vishati Hridi. This is verse from Bhagavatam. Then he said what our Gurudev said. Vyasadev is our Gurudev in Guru Parampara. So what our Gurudev Vyasadev said, that Shrinvatam Shraddhaya Nityam, you have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam with firm faith every day. But when I came to Slovenia, then I heard that here I can take rest. So if I will not hear Srimad Bhagavatam every day and speak, then what our Gurudev will think? He told every day you have to hear. And there is no any question of how many devotees. Because when Parikshit Maharaj, you know the history, he was a great king and also very elevated spiritual consciousness. He already conquered sleep and food and thirst. He was not controlled by them. Such a great soul. But it was by the desire of Supreme Lord when Parikshit Maharaj came to the ashram of that Shamik Muni. Then he felt thirst and he requested that Shamik Muni give me water. But Shamik Muni was in meditation, he could not notice him. Then Parikshit Maharaj became angry and he took one dead snake and put it around his neck as an insult. Then while he was returning back, he regretted why I did this. This is not good, to insult, to disrespect a great sage and Brahmin. I am Kshatriya and my all ancestors, they are very respectful to all Brahmins. This is not good. How this is? Then Bhishma Thakur explained it was the desire of Supreme Lord. He made him do that because it was the desire of Supreme Lord to bring Parikshit Maharaj very quickly to him, back home, back to Godhead, and also he wanted to manifest SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM in this world because Krishna disappeared. Also, Bodhayan Maharaj was telling in Vienna, those who were hearing, you heard that when Krishna disappeared, he took with him dharma and gyan, religiosity and knowledge. So then Kali Yuga started, but he manifested SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. In SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, that will be guide, that will be light of guidance for people of Kali Yuga. So he wanted to manifest SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, so for that reason he did this. And also that Shringi, the son of Shamik Muni, he also became angry and he cursed Parikshit Maharaj that you will die in 7 days. Parikshit Maharaj accepted that curse. Yes, it is by the will of Supreme Lord. So then he left his kingdom, gave all kingdom to his son Janamejai, and he came to Ganga river, and he was fasting there, and he met so many sages, and he asked them, what is my duty now? I will die within 7 days, so you please tell me. Then all different sages, they were giving different opinions. They said, you are king, so you should give in charity, that will be good. Then someone else said, no, there is no time, he should do yagyas. Then another said, no, there is no time and no articles, he should do meditation. Then someone said, no, there is no time, he should do yoga. And like this they were saying, so he was confused what I should do now. Then he remembered that actually I belong to Panda family and they are all devotees of Krishna, and also when I was in womb of my mother, Krishna protected me, so I will take absolute shelter of Krishna. And he did in his heart. Then immediately Krishna sent his own person, that is Shukadev Goswami. When disciple is ready, Guru will come by the will of Krishna, because Krishna told in Gita, Nahi Kalyana Krit Kaschit Durgatim Tata Gachati. One who sincerely wants Kalyan, that is eternal welfare, he will not be deceived or he will not be degraded. Krishna is assuring this. Why? Because Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. He sees what we want. So when we want eternal welfare, Krishna will make arrangement that we will meet bona fide Guru, who will be representative of Krishna. It depends on us, our sincerity. There is no scarcity of bona fide Gurus. They are unlimited. Krishna is original Guru, and his all personal associates, they are pure devotees. They are unlimited. There is no scarcity. The thing is, when we become open, when we are ready to accept Krishna, then when Shraddha is there, then he will send. He will inspire us to go to that person, or that person will come to us. But there will be mutual recognition. I will recognize, he will also recognize. So in that way, Shukadev, our Gurudev told, there is no, yes, when Shukadev entered there, then all who were present there, all big sages, they all stood up by feeling the influence of Shukadev Goswami. They heard about him before, But now they got direct darshan and they were very impressed, and they all stood up and they gave dandavat, and they were all very eager to hear what he will say. We want to hear from him. What is his realization? All were ready and they were all silent. Then Shukadev Goswami told to Parikshit Maharaj, you need not do anything. Only you hear Harikatha. For 7 days, these 7 days you hear Harikatha, you will get everything. You will be rescued from Maya, you will get ultimate goal of life, Krishna Prem. Only you hear Harikatha. I am Shukadev Goswami. I was liberated in Brahman. Liberated, not practitioner. Realized. I had no any attraction to this material world, nothing. But I was attracted to Krishna Lila by hearing about Krishna Bhagavatam from Vyasadeva. So I am telling you, you need not do anything. You just hear Harikatha. So our Gurudev told there in Slovenia that there is no question of how many devotees. Shukadev Goswami, he came for one person. That was Parikshit Maharaj. Not for so many. There were others who were also there, but they did not attract Shukadev Goswami. Parikshit Maharaj attracted Shukadev Goswami by his surrender to Krishna. Then Krishna's own man will come by Krishna's desire. Like or similar, like when Dhruva was in forest. He was calling Krishna. Then Krishna sent Narad to him in forest. Krishna is regulating everything, so he sent. Or, in another sense, Krishna himself comes to us in the form of Guru to grace us. They are not different. So, here Gurudev told, Shukadev Goswami was sent for one person. So you don't worry about the number. The point is, those who are eager to hear for Krishna's satisfaction devotees, they will hear even if it is only one. Or if there is no one, also Gurudev said, if there is no one, still we have to do Harikatha and Harikirtan. And he gave example of our Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, disciple of Prabhupada Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. Alone he was doing for many hours in front of Samadhi in Mayapur, Prabhupada's Samadhi. From morning he did Kirtan continuously. Our Gurudev said sometimes I sat with him and I did some Kirtans, but I had some other sevas. I could not be all the time, but he was constantly. There is no one like, no audience like this, because he is singing for the satisfaction of Prabhupada and Krishna, not for people. So that is different quality. So also our Bhagavat Maharaj, I also saw him in Mayapur. After Mangal Arati, he will sit in front of deities and he will chant Harinam, Mahamantra, Japamala, up to noon Arati, continuously. I saw him. So there are devotees who are real devotees. They are interested in bhajan, not in other things, in service. So there is no question of how many devotees. The point is those who are sincere. Also, when Gurudev was in Slovenia in same year in Ljubljana, then I told him, Gurudev, we have that program there, but I think not so many people will come, that public program. Then Guru said, why you are thinking about this? Those who are having Sukriti, they will come. And again he told, Shukadev Goswami came for one. So those who are real devotees, they are concerned about service to Krishna. So if they have to preach to one person, they are ready to do that. They are not after big quantity or big money or big fame like this. They are only interested in the service of Krishna. So if Krishna sends them for one person, they will go. They are not concerned about other things. So there in that place, Gurudev told, that Shukadeva Goswami came for one person. So you should not worry about this. So we have to, if we will not hear Bhagavatam every day, then what our Gurudev Vyasadeva will say, what he will think, they are not following my instruction. Because Shrinvata Shraddha Nityam, every day you have to hear, Grinatascha Svacheshtitam, you have to make that effort and regulate your life according to Harikatha. You have to accept that Harikatha, that is Sambandha, our relation with Krishna, and what is our duty in relation to Krishna, and what is our ultimate goal, that we have to accept and practice. Then, Nati Dirgena Kalena Bhagavan Bishate Hriti. Very quickly, Bhagavan will appear in our heart by this sadhana. So we have to do, Mahaprabhu also told, daily SRIMAD Bhagavatam. In Gauriya Math there is Bhagavatam. So either we have to hear from Bhakta Bhagavat, like we heard in Vienna, when some pure devotee will speak Harikatha, that is not different from Bhagavatam. If such Harikatha it is not available to us, then we have to hear from the book. So last time, now Prithu Maharaj, he did that yagya, you remember, everything he did perfectly. Then in his kingdom 4 Kumaras came, they descended from higher planetary system. Then he worshipped them, took the foot wash water on his head, Charanamrita, and he asked them humbly. Krishna told in Gita, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. If you want to get divine knowledge, transcendental knowledge, eternal knowledge, then you have to approach bona fide Guru by surrendering to him. That means hear attentively from him what he's saying, and also inquiring relevant questions, those for eternal welfare, not how I should fix my electricity in my house. That you should not ask bona fide Guru. Or somehow I can earn money in this way or something. No, that is not. We have to ask about our eternal welfare, how we can get. Or if any doubt is there about a relation with Krishna or about practice, these things we have to ask humbly, not with argumentative mood. Some people ask in order to start argumentation, or they already know answer and they want to check what he will say, or to start arguing that I know better than you. There was our Srila Bhakti Gaura by Kanash Gosai Maharaj, Prabhupada's disciple, sannyas disciple. He used to speak Harikatha, and some people, they used to ask questions, and those who were sincere for bhajan, he was with great care, he would help them, he would explain everything. But sometimes some people came, they wanted to show how much we know Shastra and this, so they wanted to start some debate. And he could recognize their motive behind, why they're asking questions. So when they asked, he just smiled and did not reply one word, because waste of time. So he could recognize. So Shukadeva also knew what is in the heart of Parikshit Maharaj. Krishna knows. So he sent him bona fide Guru, and he got what he required. Like that, Krishna says, and you have to serve Gurudev. One is if you get some personal seva, But main point is seva means you have to follow the instructions of Guru. That is seva to Gurudev. That is Guru seva. Because Guru will be pleased if you accept his instructions. What are his instructions? That is to serve Krishna. Gurudev appeared in this world to rescue us from Maya and to engage us in the service of Krishna. So if some Jiva will accept service of Krishna, then by that Guru will be happy, not by other things. So seva means, Guru seva means to follow the instructions of Guru. Once, one devotee, she was in India and did some like personal service also for Guru, washing plate and these things. I also got many times washing plate, and also for 2 months, 2 Kartik months, or maybe 3 also. A full month I could wash the Gurudev's cloth. And by washing that, I got so many realizations. On the roof, in our daily mat, that was by Gurudev's causeless mercy, his seva gave me every day on the roof. And that time, so many realizations came by that seva. It was not ordinary. So if we can get it, is very good. But then when we came back home to Slovenia, then that devotee was very like disappointed. Now how I can do any seva like this? Then Gurudev replied to do bhajan, to follow instructions of Guru. That is Guru seva. And also you try to bring some jivas to the service of Krishna. Then that is also Guru seva. Because Krishna will be pleased. And Gurudev will be pleased. Krishna does not like to see jivas suffering because they belong to him. They are his children. But due to misuse of our relative independence, we wanted to enjoy Maya. Maya catch us, then we are suffering so many things. Krishna does not like to see. So if someone brings them to Krishna, to his service, then Krishna will be very happy and that jiva will be benefited. So Guru appears in this world for this work. So if you do this, then that will be Guru seva. So surrender, inquiry, and Guru seva. And who is bona fide Guru? Jnanina tattva darshina. One who is jnani means in this sense, here in this connection, does not mean jnani like impersonalist, that thing. No. It means one who has scriptural knowledge. What is sambandha abhideya prayojana? That is what Veda Shastra says. And also tattva darshina, one who saw the absolute truth. He has a realization of that. How you can recognize? Because he's always engaged in the service of Krishna. And he's not conquered by lust, anger, greed, pride, and these things. So to such Guru, Krishna says, he will give you that, he will impart you that divine knowledge. So here, Prithu Maharaj, he approached like this. When 4 Kumaras, they appeared, and he inquired that we are here in this material world, we are suffering, and we think the ultimate goal of life is sense gratification. So how can there be any good fortune for us? You please advise us what is the reality, what we have to do, how we can be rescued, what is the ultimate goal of life, how to attain it. Then we heard, I want to read again because it is important, it is for my understanding. So 4 Kumaras, they said, it has been conclusively decided in the scriptures. After due consideration, you have to consider what is in the scripture, not only read and then it will go out, but you have to think what is there and you have to understand. If you don't understand, you have to inquire from Guru, then it is due, means it is your duty to catch that, to understand that. So you have to give due consideration, not only hearing and going out. So after due consideration that the ultimate goal for the welfare of human society is detachment from the bodily concept of life and increased and steadfast attachment for the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental beyond the modes of material nature. And then further they said, attachment for the Supreme can be increased by practicing devotional service, that is, inquiring about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, applying Bhakti Yoga in life, worshipping the Yogeshwara, means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by hearing and chanting about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These actions are pious in themselves. This means even if someone unknowingly does this, he will get that sukriti, eternal good impressions he will get in heart. That will help him to awaken faith in him, like someone has garden and some sadhu will take flowers and offer to Bhagavan, to deity. Then that person who gave flowers, he is not directly worshipping Supreme Lord, but his energy is used for the worship, so he will also get that sukriti. So they are pious in themselves, even if unknowingly or unwillingly, means unintentionally you do, still you will get the result. Or you are hearing chanting, congregational chanting of pure devotees, or getting prasad, or like someone I heard today, like you, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Jare dekho tare koho Krishna upadesh, Amar agyay hoya taro idesh. And this means whomever you meet, he told to Kurma devotee in South India, he was a very good devotee, so Mahaprabhu told him, whomever you will meet, you tell him about Krishna. Jare deko tare koho Krishna upadesh. What Krishna instructed, you tell him, you speak. And also in Vienna, Bodhayan Maharaj, he told that it was the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Nityananda Prabhu, that was first order, to Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, that, you go to every door you go and you request them that you belong to Krishna. You should worship Krishna, you should serve Krishna, you should chant his name, and you should get lessons on Krishna. This you request them, beg from them. Our Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj also told you, don't go and demand, but you beg them, you request them humbly. So then Bodhayan Maharaj told, it is not that only we will be in temple and we will hear classes. No, you have to go to people and you have to invite, or you have to make house program, or like this preaching. Then Krishna will be happy. So even I heard, like during working time in office, some people coming, such job, then you tell them about Krishna and you inspire them to serve Krishna. It's very good. I was very impressed to hear. So this is very good, because such activities are pious in themselves and they will help everyone who will come in contact with Harikatha, with name, with Prasad, with Vaishnava. And this is also one way we can never repay back our debt to our Gurudev. Because what Gurudev gave us, that you cannot never repay that mercy. But the only way is for you to distribute that. Then that will be like Guru Dakshina, or like service to Guru. He will be happy. And also our Srila Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Gosai Maharaj, he used to encourage me always that, yes, Prabhu, you go, you preach, because if in this world someone has money, then he will give to others, then he will lose that money. He will be without that money. That is applied to money. But for knowledge, it is not like that. If you have knowledge, then you distribute that knowledge. By distributing, your knowledge will increase, not decrease. If you distribute money, your money will decrease. But if you distribute knowledge, it will not decrease, it will increase. So he used to encourage me in this way. So these actions are pious in themselves. It will help me and help others also. Then also this we heard last time. Kumaras, they told, they are bona fide gurus. There is one sampradaya coming from them. One has to make progress in spiritual life by not associating with persons who are simply interested in sense gratification and making money. Then our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in that Bhakti Aloka commentary to Upadeshamrita we were hearing, this does not mean that you will not see any person, or you will, like when you are going to job, your boss is there and so many people, you have to work with them. You go to shop, there is shopkeeper, and on that casa, that thing, so many people you are meeting, but that does not mean that you are associating with them. They are materialists. But you are not associating with them, because you are working there, and only for the sake of work you are cooperating with them, not for sense gratification or for sinful activities like this. And you are not opening your heart to them, and you are not hearing their conclusions, desire like this, and gifts and this with love. If you associate with love, then you will get their things that will divert your mind from worship of Krishna. So you should not associate with love, with attachment with them. But for what is necessary for your own service to Krishna, if you are working, you have to go buy in shop, something like this, that is for the service of Krishna, that is not counted. But we should be careful not to associate for wrong activities. Also now in Vienna, Madan Maharaj told that he heard from his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj, that if you are living in temple and you are only like eating food and sleeping, not doing any serious sadhana, then you will go down. Why? Because those who are giving, at least in India, they have such more inclination. They give donations to temple, but with some material motive. Like they think, if I will give, then God will be pleased with me, then I will get more money, or this desire will be fulfilled, or like this. So with some motive they are giving. So if you are not doing seriously sadhana and you are eating that, what they are giving by their money, that is So that will come to you and you will go down. Your mind will be diverted. So you have to be very serious about your sadhana. Then you can digest. And that energy will go for the service of Krishna. So we should not associate with materialists. And that Madan Maharaj also told that verse. Mahaprabhu told to Raghunath Das Goswami, yes, this is true. You should not accept items from materialists because that will pollute your mind. And with polluted mind, you cannot remember Krishna. So very carefully we have to collect and engage for the service of Krishna and engage ourselves in the service of Krishna. Then it will be properly channelized. Otherwise, it will, if we try to enjoy, then we'll go down. So in this way, we should not associate with those who are simply interested in sense gratification and making money. Because if you want sense gratification, you need money. Without money, there is no sense gratification. So either earning money or in any means there's some stealing, some inheriting, but money is necessary. So it's and not only such persons, but one who associates with such persons should be avoided because they have same goals. Why he's associating with him? Because he has same goals. Buddha and Maharaj told in Vienna, birds of same feather flock together. In English, this saying is there. Those who are like-minded, they will be together. Like birds of same flock, means same species, like eagles or some. Birds of same feather flock together. They are associating. Like, for example, someone is free. Then he thinks, if I will take drugs or smoke or something, then I can remove my problems, or drink alcohol. He's thinking. But of course that is not true. So, but he will become addicted. Then after some time he will realize that this is not good and he will decide, I will stop. But that addiction force is there on him. So if he's alone, he only has to fight with his own addiction. That is difficult. But if he associates with such people who are with interest, they did not decide to stop, but with interest they are drinking alcohol, taking drugs, then his addiction and their association, that will crush him. He will go down. I know example, one devotee, he was having like such association from before, like drinking everywhere with his friends. Then he became devotee and he decided, yes, I will not do this, and chanting like this. But then he became a little proud and he wanted to preach like to those his friends that this is not good like this. But because he was not spiritually advanced, he still had that inclination, that anarthas and all this, and that pride. Then he, by preaching to them, they convinced him, no, this is good. And again he started drinking. So bad association should be avoided. Those whose aim is sense gratification and those whose aim is in life is liberation. Both are bad association. Mahaprabhu told, last time I told that verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm telling again because it is very important for me to hear. Asat Sanga Tyag Ei Vaishnava Achar. Stri Sangi Ek Asadu Krishna Abhakta Ar. Mahaprabhu told in Chaitanya Charitamrita that you should give up association of asat. Asat Sangha means those who are not sadhus, those who are not devotees, non-devotees. Sadhu is one who is after eternal truth. Sat Bostu, he is sadhu, that is devotee. So, who is that? One who is Stri Sangi, means only wants sense enjoyment. This is one type of asadu. Another type is Krishna Bhakta. This refers to Mayavadis. They deny the eternality of Krishna. They think that is Maya and we have to become liberated. So these two goals are opposite to devotion to Krishna. So those who are cherishing such goals and working for such goals, we should not associate with them with love, as I told before. No, that will take. So this is also one kind of practice. You will find in Rupa Goswami's Upadeshamrita, I told, Rupa Goswami told, nectar of instruction, that you should not associate with non-devotees with love. One should mold his life in such a way that he cannot, yes, this is very important, means very nicely expressed. Last time I was reading this. One should mold his life in such a way that he cannot live in peace without drinking the nectar of the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari. He will not feel good. He will not feel at peace. Something is missing. He may have so much money and this, but if there is no Harikatha, then he cannot be at peace. One can be thus elevated by being disgusted with the taste for sense enjoyment. I gave example last time, but I have to remember again, that one old lady, she came to the mat in very bad weather, only she came. Then Gurudev asked her, how is it possible for you to come? No one is going anywhere, such big storm. She said, because I was at home and they are all the time speaking worldly topics. I could not hear that. I felt suffocating. I was not like at peace. I had to hear the glories of Krishna. That is why I came. That is eagerness for Harikatha. Because Atma is awakened, and when one gets taste of superior bliss, then automatically he will be disgusted with the lower one. Our Gurudev gave example of molasses in India. There is one molasses called treacle. It is mixed with some tobacco or something is there, not very pure, but still there is some sweetness there. So those people, they will take this. And even if you tell him, it is very bad, and also for health it is not, you give up this. Even if you tell, and if he understands, but he will say, yes, I will give up, but secretly he will take. Why? Because there is some sweetness there. But if you give to that person like sugar candy, mishri, tasting that, then he cannot be attracted to that lower class molasses, that sweetness cannot. So there is some happiness, some temporary happiness or relief from suffering in sense gratification, but that will also have reaction, and it is cannot fulfill you. But if you get higher taste, that service of Krishna, because that is our constitutional position, by serving body, hand can be properly served, can be happy, because that is her concept. Like that, when you serve Krishna, then that will make us blissful. So then he will not, like Ambarish Maharaj. He was the owner of whole world, but he had no attachment, because he got higher taste of service of Krishna, and he got it gradually. By doing sadhana, according to his Gurudev's instruction, he did sadhana, then gradually he got higher taste, and he lost all other desires, and also his citizens, by hearing Harikatha, they also lost other desires. So one cannot be at peace without chanting, without hearing Harikatha, It is like a food. Ahimsaya paramahangsya charyaya smritya mukunda charitagriya sidhuna yameir akameir niyamesh chapi anindaya nirihaya dvandva titikshaya cha. This is not so easy to practice, this what was mentioned. A candidate for spiritual advancement must be non-violent. Of course, violence has many levels also. Like one violence, you don't kill animals for your eating, or like other human beings, you harm them. That is one kind of violence. But another is, as Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, if you are not preaching Krishna consciousness to others, then also you are committing violence to them. You are not helping them for their eternal welfare, so you are actually committing violence to them. You are harmful to them. Then must follow in the footsteps of great acharyas. What they did, great acharyas, for the service of Krishna, like we always heard from our Gurudev, Dhruva Maharaj, what he did. He effaced from the heart, means removed from the heart, all hostile mentality to anyone in this world. Believing, he accepted that no one is the cause of my suffering. The cause of my suffering is my previous action. What a suffering I gave to others, I am now getting. Others, they are only instrumental, but Krishna is giving the fruit through them. So, if someone has hostile mentality out of this ignorance that he is giving me suffering, then that hostile mentality will not help you in bhajan. It will stop your bhajan. So Dhruva did this practically. That is why Supreme Lord protected him. That was proved. So this also we have to do. We have to follow in the footsteps of great acharyas. Our Gurudev also, he told many times this point, and I felt that he did this. He practiced this. He accepted this. So we have to follow in the footsteps what they did for the service of Krishna. Then must always remember the nectar of the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are so many pastimes of Supreme Lord, unlimited. And some are related to this creation, and some are like in eternal realm. So for us conditioned souls, in beginning, it is more beneficial to hear about the pastimes Krishna performs in relation to this creation, like when he appears in different avatars, 10 avatars, like Nrsimha Bhagavan, Vaman, Varaha, Kurma, Matsya, Buddha avatar, then Baladev, Krishna, then when they appear. But when you will gradually purify your heart, we are also hearing during Kartik time, we are hearing what Krishna is doing in Golok Vrindavan daily. What kind of pastimes he is doing. We are hearing during Kartik time, in brief, why, to know what is our goal, what we have to achieve. And by hearing those pastimes, that desire to serve like Brajavasis serve, that will appear in our heart. And that desire will then take us there. So for this purpose, but in Kartik and in brief, and that is enough for awakening that desire. So that is nectar. Rupa Goswami told in Upadeshamrita, Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sita Pyavidya Pitopata Narochikanu. That Krishna name, form, attributes, pastimes, Nam Lila, they are nectar, they are sweet like sugar, very sweet, most sweet. But if there is ignorance, then we will not taste that. Like someone has jaundice, if you give him candy because of bile, pitta on his tongue, he will not be able to taste that. He will only taste bitter. Like that, conditioned souls, they cannot taste the nectar of Krishna's pastimes. But if they will take those pastimes with faith as a medicine, then that will purify their disease and they can gradually taste. Like sugar cane juice is the medicine for jaundice. You will not taste it sweet, but that is medicine. And when the more the pitta will be removed, then the more you will be able to taste that sweetness. Like that with Harinam, we have to take as a medicine first. Then gradually when our disease will be removed, then we will taste. Now we don't have actual liking. Someone may think, yes, I'm enjoying nice kirtan and dancing, nice prasad, but that is not real taste. And that is also not lasting. The thing is that in the beginning, we will not be able to taste real nectar because of our disease. Those anartha, savida, all these things. But we have to take with faith, whether we like it or not. That is why in a regulated manner we have to do bhajan. Like Gurudev instructs, this fixed number, chanting, then no, these things you should not do in a regulated manner and hearing Harikatha. Then as a medicine, then the more disease will be removed, then gradually you can get the real nectar. Not enjoyment of bhakti, but real transcendental nectar. Here it is, must always remember the nectar of the pastimes of the Supreme Son. That is why we are doing this Kartik Vrata, for this purpose. Whole day we are remembering the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shikastaka, and along with that, Leela of Supreme Lord. Throughout the day, that Leela, this is sadhana also. Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he gave this program during Kartik Vrata. Must follow the regulative principles without material desire. Here it is not mentioned which regulative principles. Not only that does not mean always only those 4 regulative principles in sinful life. No, it can mean many things, like regulative for like Vaidhi Bhakti, what is necessary for service, that also. Without material desire means I will not do, like I will do arati and I want so much money to be paid to me. That is not good. While following the regulative principles, should not blaspheme others. This is very difficult for conditioned souls. We always like to criticize others, blaspheme others, belittle others. Why? Because that is very good food for our false pride, for our ego. We try to put someone down or criticize, even falsely accusing everything we're doing. And that is very good food for ego. So that is why it's so difficult to give up. You will find in Upadeshamrita, there it is written, 5th verse, that only Uttamadhikari Vaishnav, he is fully free from this tendency to criticize others. Should not blaspheme others. like there is some devotee and he's a practitioner and we see some drawbacks, then we point that out and we speak to everyone. And you see what he's doing, what he did. Do you know what he did? Like this. That is not good. Our Gurudev told you will pollute your mind by that and you will get that quality. You will fall down. You are yourself, you are not pure. Why you are speaking like this about others? You should see the good qualities in them, that they are trying to serve Krishna. Some drawbacks may be there, but you don't think about that. You think about their good qualities. You think about your own faults, your own mistakes, your own drawbacks, then you can rectify yourself. But if I think I am only good, I am the only one doing bhajan, all others are defective, then that is out of false ego and you cannot progress in bhajan. Should not blaspheme others. A devotee should lead a very simple life and not be disturbed by the duality of opposing elements. Dvandva, duality. Cold, heat, blaspheme, fame, loss, gain. This always will happen in this world, but should not be disturbed by happenings in this world. He should learn to tolerate them. Everything is by the will of Krishna. It is for the good of all. So we have to accept that as mercy of Krishna and tolerate, accept. Already time finished. Okay, then today this verse, tomorrow we will further hear. This is not so easy to follow this. If actually one tries, it's not so easy. This Trinada Pisunichana Tarora Pisahisno Namani Namanadena Kirtanya Sadahori, not so easy, but we have to try. Chant, serve, do, hear Bhagavatam, all these things. Then the more our heart will be purified, the more we are able to follow this, or practice these things. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौरहुरी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नायन नाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिल गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिल परांग गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सार्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय श्री प्रीतु महाराज की जय। जय श्री चतुसान की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। नंदवत प्रणव।